Train the muscles, not the joints. So welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. And today I just want to make a comment, and it's based on a lot of the younger viewership out there. We have a generation of people coming up, and we have a part of them that are like, they're geniuses. They're super freaking smart, and they're beautiful, beautiful beings. They're really open, you know, they're just right there to just be open and embrace life. Like this little dude who I just hired as my security guard, by the way. So if you guys don't agree with anything I'm saying in this video, you can take up your issues with him instead. And then there's the other half, you know, probably like I was when I was 20. So I can't really fault them, you know, this is just the way it is, right? We all learn and evolve as we go. But what I found is that there's a certain demographic that doesn't understand that aging exists, you know, that sometimes you get older and sometimes you die, and like they'll make fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger because he doesn't look the same way he did when he was 20, you know, this kind of shit, right? Because they have this immortality complex, just like most teenagers and kids. We think we're gonna live forever, right? That's just the way we come in. We're like, hey, aging doesn't exist, no problem, right? I'm gonna be here forever, right? I'm 10 and I'm going to take over the world by the time I'm 20, and there you go, right? So that's fine. I kind of like that optimistic approach to life. It's kind of great. But at the same time, there's also this misconception that injuries don't exist. You know, like if I train right and everything, that injuries won't happen. But here's the thing. Whenever you push the body to its limits, no matter how good your technique is, there is the possibility of injury. Okay, so I get some people out there saying, Jason, you had an injury. That means your training is totally flawed. I'm like, actually, if you look at any athlete that's taken their training to the elite level, they do have injuries from time to time. The question is, can you lower the percentage of that, you know? And second of all, the injury that I have, like say my pec, my pec was tight, that's because of a dysfunctional movement pattern in my shoulder based on getting hit from behind in hockey, which tore the rotator cuff muscle, which has nothing to do with my form on the bench press. So for the insulting guy that made that comment about trying to discredit me here, that your claims were inaccurate, okay? So it had nothing to do with my training, it had to do with a hit I took. It's just like saying somebody has a car accident and you say, oh, you're squatting wrong because you had the car accident. Like, it's not really relevant, okay? So you know, the thing is, what I'm speaking about here is that you want to reduce the risk of injury as much as you can, but don't get so discouraged if something starts to pop up. Say you get some inflammation or something, get it taken care of. Get some rest, get some massage therapy, take care of it nutritionally, glucosamine, salmon oil, you know, whatever supplements that your naturopath or whatever recommends. But at the same time, it does happen, you know, it's just kind of part of the learning curve. It's kind of like when you're learning how to walk, then you fall down. It's the same thing with bodybuilding, it's the same thing with fitness. And sometimes it is saying something about your training that you need to adjust at that time for you, you know? And that's really what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to say that sometimes what might be the right training program might not be the right training program for you at this time, okay? Because I find a lot of people, just like this ignorant comment I just received, they don't take into account the history. You know, you have your own individual history. I have my history. Another person has their history. And this will play a factor in how you need to train and how you need to address any adjustments you make in your form, adjustments you make in your rep range, or any of that, okay? So I hope this helps you a little bit in your training, help you not get discouraged and stuff. And make sure you check out my website, naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and take care for now. There you go, train the muscles, not the joints. Guaranteed to make your back bigger, guaranteed.